Every so often there is a student, a teacher, in a physics class, and a physics problem.
What do I do?
In a panic, the student wonders what to do. A. Cry. B. Drop the class. C. Give up. Or D. None of the above and do the physics. D. Obviously. Always do the physics. Not only a way to pass your physics class, but a rule to live by and make you a better person. Now, feeling overwhelmed, it's important for the student, yes, you, to take a deep breath. Now, focus on the first part of your sheet, which is to write your name.
My name? Well, I know my name. I don't know my name.
As the student wonders what his name is, he'll decide to read the next thing on the test and come back to it when he's done.
Number 1. Pineapple is...
That's not my voice.
No, he'll find the problem reading voice sometimes does not match your own.
Nor the narrator's voice.
That is also true.
Are you narrating anything after this?
No, I believe my voice will be free.
Stop. Back to the problem voice.
Ah, yes. When solving a physics problem, it's important to not get distracted by the voices in your head, or other people's heads for that matter. If you find yourself distracted, return to the problem solving at hand immediately.
Okay.
A pineapple is thrown upward with a velocity of 26 meters per second on Earth, with an acceleration due to gravity of negative 9.8 meters per second squared. A. What is the highest height reached by this tropical fruit? B. What is the time it takes for this fruit from the bromeliaceous family of monocot flowering plants to reach its highest point?
Pineapples.
After the initial first reading, proceed to read the problem a second time in your own voice, and stop to underline or highlight important information.
Okay, a pineapple is thrown upward. That is important. With a velocity of 26 meters per second. We will need that on Earth with an acceleration due to gravity of negative 9.8 meters per second squared. We'll also need to know that. Now, A, what is the highest height reached by this tropical fruit? And B, what is the time it takes for this fruit from the bromeliaceous family of monocot flowering plants to reach its highest point?
Now that you have reread the problem, draw a picture of what's happening to give yourself a better idea of what is happening. No, your artistic ability does not need to be superb. This is physics class after all. Excellent picture! You have drawn a pineapple going up to reach a maximum height, while gravity is pulling it back down. Now, create a table of knowns and write down what information the problem tells you. Amazing job! You have correctly identified that the initial velocity of this pineapple is 26 meters per second upward, and that the acceleration due to gravity on the pineapple is negative 9.8 meters per second squared. Now, identify any values the problem does not tell you directly.
Well, the pineapple is thrown straight up. So at the top of the height, the speed must be 0, which means our final velocity at the apex of the height is 0.
I think you're forgetting something.
Meters per second.
Look at you, identifying hidden knowns and using complex sounding words, such as apex. Now write down what the problem is looking for you to solve for. Good! You wrote down height and time as our unknowns you want to solve for. Now to identify what type of problem this is.
This is a kinematics equation.
Identifying the problem type, the student now goes and grabs his equation sheet. And find the related equations. The student now identifies which equation to use based on his knowns and what he needs to find. Selecting the correct equation or equations, the student will write down the equation he will use on his paper. Fill in the variables he knows. This student is a good student, so he writes his units when doing his math. The student will now show all of his work.
Shouldn't skip that.
Skipping steps may cause students to make careless mistakes. The student now solves and circles his final answer or answers. If this is a multiple step problem, the student should add what he solves for in the first part to his knowns. Are you forgetting something?
Silly me. meters.
Yes, without writing your units on the final answer, you may lose some points. And furthermore, without units, how is someone supposed to know what your number even means?
Good point, disembodied voice. Boom.
Looks like something's missing there.
No.
You sure?
No.
Perhaps something about your answers.
Units. Oh, I remember my name.
And that's how you solve a physics problem. Now that wasn't so bad, and look, you got an A!